This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The Sena 50S versus the Cardo Packtalk Edge.
You ask for it, we'll bring it to you.
Uncle, got 3 bike why ask me come to lend you?
Wait.
Uncle, you selling your bike? Uncle, you not sad
No, today is the best day of my life. My brother take my bike go change tire. My cousin take my bike go inspection. My friend take my bike go servicing.
Like that, anything happen, got cover?
Of course, that's why I have my DirectAsia Any Rider optional benefit. With that, you can share your motorcycle with anybody. Makes your life so much easier. Oh, by the way, don't forget the 333 very okay promo code when you buy your motorcycle insurance from DirectAsia. It is very okay. Today we are putting the $924 Sena 50S
Against the $980 Cardo Packtalk Edge. But here are some specs before we move on. The Sena 50S weighs in at 64 grams with an operating temperature of -10 to 55 degrees Celsius, while the Cardo Packtalk Edge weighs in at 47 grams with an operating temperature of -20 to 55 degrees Celsius. Both units come with 40mm speakers, with Sena having Harman Kardon and Cardo JBL.
The Sena 50S uses Sena's group mesh intercom to support up to 24 riders in a private group session, with a claimed 2-kilometer range in open terrain between riders and a talk time of 11 to 12 hours, depending on mesh or Bluetooth use. On the other hand, the Packtalk Edge, with their dynamic mesh communication Gen 2, supports up to 15 riders with a claimed 1.6-kilometer range between units and a talk time of 13 hours.
Finally, Sena claims that the 50S is water resistant with no official IP rating. Cardo claims that the Packtalk Edge is waterproof, but unlike the Packtalk Bold, which has an IP rating of IP67, the Packtalk Edge, at this point of this video being made, has no official IP rating.
Okay, enough specs. Let's go see what's inside the box.
Why the box so big?
Nowadays, all of them like to use this unboxing experience.
But
2 units, Sena 50S. We have one small box,
Winner box.
one big box. This is your Wi-Fi adapter.
Yeah, I was reading up about it. It's quite weird, this one.
Yeah, it's for you to update firmware over the internet. That means no cable, but need cable also.
What?
This is the mount for your Sena device to be mounted on. This goes onto the helmet. This one comes with the Harman Kardon mic and the speakers. Apparently better sound quality. And then time to check out the Sena 50S. Wow. First touch, a little bit bulky. Antenna that goes like this. If you're like me, the OCD a bit, I prefer the antenna to point like that. Okay, but anyway.
Point like what?
Like this. It feels like it's pointing backwards.
Bro, aerodynamic, bro.
Okay, it opens the wrong direction. It should open like that.
Is that a rabbit in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
Other than that, the Sena 50S actually feels a bit more premium, but because of the whole, like silver glossy plastic feel, it feels a little bit more outdated. Anyway, the Packtalk Edge just got released. I'm excited to see how it looks like. Can we just unbox?
Oh yeah, this one also.
Nowadays, you have to do this.
Oh, yo.
Now this is a lot nicer, like the matte finishing and all that.
It's so slim.
Wow.
Whoa, this feels a lot better.
It's a lot slimmer, it's a lot smaller.
It's a lot you can feel the weight difference, man. You can you can feel it. You can feel the difference. Okay, let's see what it comes with. We've got 2 boxes. I am assuming one for each comm, because this is a dual unit. Oh, I gotta show this to your last one. JBL 40mm speakers, a whole bunch of other Velcro tape. People will use this kind of Velcro tape for a whole host of reasons. So what I do sometimes is, I'll put a mic there, I use one of the tapes to go over the boom so that the boom doesn't move around and mess about. And the moment that I've been waiting for, I want to do this one. Huh? 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 Wow! So with the Cardo Packtalk Edge as well as the Cardo Packtalk Bowl, Cardo mentioned that they've been moving towards a toolless installation, which is very true, but that's all it is.
You don't need like a Allen key, you don't need a screwdriver, but for the Sena one, if you're not using the stick-on mount, you need to have this.
Allen key.
Yeah.
Hey bro, a lot of people tell me, Cardo better than Sena, no?
A lot of people tell me Sena better than Cardo.
Onward to the first test.
Let's go.
In this test, we're going to find out the real-world range of the 50S that has a claimed range of 2 kilometers and the Packtalk Edge, which has a claimed range of 1.6 kilometers.
We're on a road here, a very long road, 4 kilometers long. So what's going to happen is that one comms unit will stay here and the other comms unit will be on the bike. The person staying here will keep talking into the comms while the person riding the bike will stop once the audio breaks up.
Then we will look at the odometer, right? And we'll take a reading and then we'll know. We all know that the odometer sees distance in 100-meter increments, but if these comms are going to go 1.6 click, 2 click, even more, that 100 meters doesn't really matter. You go first, I go first. You go first?
Go first.
I go first. Why? Because the U-turn very long, right? Later you can also.
I go first.
Bro, later while you take your journey on the road, right, I'm going to read you a very lovely book of Zen and the Art of Motorcycling Maintenance and Inquiry into Values, Robert M. Pricing. Oh, speaking of which, bro, can you go and have a look at the odometer so we know where we are starting at? 0. Lovely. Ready, bro? The real cycle you're working on is a cycle called yourself. How rude. He just leave like that while I'm talking to him. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
On a cycle, the frame is gone. You're completely in contact with it all. You're in a scene. You're not watching it anymore, and the sense of presence is overwhelming. That concrete rising by 5 inches below your foot is the real thing. The same stuff you walk on, it's right there. So blurred, you can't focus on it. Yet, you can put your foot down and touch it anytime. And the whole thing, the whole experience is never removed from immediate consciousness. Chris and I are traveling to Montana with some friends coming up and
Group connection lost.
Along in terms of seconds, I just got group connection lost.
400 meters, I just got the notification, group connection lost. So I don't know what's happening, but we're gonna have to try the Sena out also.
So it looks like they didn't go very far, maybe a few hundred meters, but that's the point of this real world test. We've got an airport, maybe a few kilometers that way. We've got the sea, a few kilometers that way. That's the whole point, right? So we know for real how far these comms can last. Having to learn all the complicated details and maybe, hey, you're back. Hello. So how far did you get just now before you cut?
Only 400 meters.
Yeah, I thought so. I was looking at you, it didn't go very far, man.
Yeah, I didn't go. Once I started moving, it started to break up a little bit. But then once we reach 300, 400 meters, gone.
Shall we try the Sena now?
Yes, I'm very interested to see.
Let's go.
Okay, bro, ready?
Ready, but before all you fellas down there all our bikes are covered by DirectAsia with the Any Rider optional benefit. Zero.
The art of motorcycle maintenance and Zen is to shave your head and leave a goatee and look like Big Show.
Riding a motorcycle is very important to your health because it eases your stress and keeps you safe. Riding within the speed limit allows the camera to not shoot and capture your number plate and you will not get a penalty.
Ooh, you're starting to break up.
The entire branch of philosophy concerned with riding fast and test.
No way. No way.
When he was he rode 180 kilometers per hour.
He's breaking up quite badly. 300 kilometers.
300 meters, bro.
300 meters.
Can't manage.
Okay, come. We go and try. We go a bit further, see whether it's better or not.
We'll test another 7 times.
Whoa! Yeah, I'm beyond the point of understanding. Nope.
And then he went to the traffic police officer and asked for a refund because the traffic officer told him that his mother need to take the test.
What?
Bro, what book you reading?
His brain book. So until today, he's still in jail. He dreamed to become a motorcycle, and we are almost at the end of the story. In summary, Chris will always tell his jailmates if they ever want to get motorcycle license, when uploading photo, choose the right photo.
Hey,
And that's all.
I thought you were supposed to read book. What the hell is this?
This one easier, bro. Easier to read like that. One of my major considerations when buying a communication headset is the loudness of the speakers. So Mark here, audio engineer, will tell you what the next test is all about.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use an Spl Meter, right? We will try 2 different levels, the minimum and the maximum. We will put the speaker on the mic, right? A lot of people are gonna go, why you put so close? Because the mic is supposed to be right at your ear, right? And then we'll run the test. We'll have the phone at full volume. We'll run this from low to high, and then we'll see what the numbers say. First up, we're gonna test is the Sena 50S, but we need a baseline of the room. So everyone quiet. Let's see what the Spl Meter says. So it looks like we are about 50-51 dBs, and then now we'll see how loud it gets. Okay, so we are going to try the lowest level first, all right? So it's about at the baseline at 50-51 decibels. And now to test its loudest. Music's playing, Sony Sena. So we are seeing about 110 dB, right? It peaks at 110, it stays about 105, 106. Keep in mind that every 3 dB is a double in volume. So 50 to 100 is not double, it's every 3 is double in volume. So it's quite a bit of amplification. Now that we know the numbers for the 50S, let's find out the Packtalk Edge. Oh, wait. Oh, with Cardo Packtalk Bowl, those of you who've used it will know what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, it does something a little weird. I'm not sure if the Edge does the same. Let's find out. I will tell you. Yeah, so it does the same. With Cardo, the volume doesn't go all the way down. Even at its softest, you'll still hear a little bit of music. Same with the Bolt, right? So apparently this one does the same. And what else is there to test next except its loudest? So we see it clipping at 120 dB, which is the maximum of this meter. It hovers at about 115, 117.
Actually, even I also can hear that the Cardo speakers are louder than the Sena ones. But Mark, I have a question. What does 120 dB mean? How loud is it?
It is as loud as a jetliner taking off. So use extreme caution when you run at high volume levels because ear damage is a real thing.
That's very loud, eh?
Yeah. But volume is not everything. So is quality. Let's find out in the next test.
It's very difficult to explain audio with words. So Mark here is going to explain to you what's going to happen in the next test again.
We are going to use some stereo miking techniques to bring the comparison right to your ears.
It is highly recommended that you use headphones for this test.
For you audio geeks or audiophiles, we've got a treat. We're going to use an Earthworks M50 reference microphone so you can see the graphs.
Show the results. We noticed that Sena has been using the same mount that has been tried and tested, whereas the Cardo Packtalk Edge is now using the air mount, which is like magnetic and all new.
Very innovative. But it'll be very interesting to know how much of force these mounts can hold before they break. Shall we?
Let's go.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, the whole table's moving. So, it pulled the table, didn't break. It's more than enough. Onward to Cardo. Going in 3, 2, 1. Oh, 10 kilos.
Okay, let's see.
But question, does it still work? It works! It's back on, bro.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, not bad, huh?
this thing can bend, man. Very interesting day indeed. In the range test, you guys have seen Sena was giving 300 meters and then Cardo was like 400 meters.
Granted, radio environments are going to be different where you are, but we did the test exactly the same way, exactly the same spot. So it is a real life test.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's a little bit different. Okay, quite different from the specs. But then, so far, based on real life experiences, I think it should be okay. It's not that bad. It's not like 300 meters, it's a few steps away.
Yeah,
It's still okay.
it's a few hundred steps away.
And then we went on to the loudness test. Right?
It's full of them loud, boy.
Yeah, apparently Cardo is louder than the Sena speakers. So for me, I always have this issue. I think my ears, something wrong with my ears, but I always try to go to the max volume and then I still find it not loud enough. So this might be something.
Correct. A little trick. If you guys use comms and you find that, or you can't hear very well, everything seems muffled, try to move that speaker right at your ear. If it's off to your cheek, if it's off to the back, it's gonna sound crap, right? Always try to have it as close as possible to your ear. If your helmet doesn't allow that, then buy a new helmet.
You think I'm made out of money, don't you?
With regards to audio quality, while largely in the professional world there is a certain standard, audio quality is largely personal preference. So if you cannot come to a conclusion based off our tests, make sure you go and try them out for yourself before you buy one of these.
The Sena mount was the same as the previous generations, but we all know based on experience, the Sena mount is a very sturdy, very nice mount. So I think
It's not going to go anywhere. That one.
yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. But when we looked at the Cardo mount, it's new, innovative, but initially we were a bit skeptical.
Skeptical, but
Yeah. Honestly, 10 kilos of weight before the thing popped out. And did you guys see that? The mount, the clip actually bent all the way out without breaking. So I think that says a lot about the mount and like how they engineer the whole thing.
And really, 10 kilos is more than anyone needs anyway. Why would you have 10 kilos hanging off your helmet? You ride like that?
But honestly, right, this magnetic thing is very cool. It's quite cool. Very easy to put on your...
See. 1, 2. Wow. So basically, you kind of have to decide yourself, right? You want something that's super sturdy, you can drag a table with it, or you want convenience and never have to fuss about with finding where it is anymore. Choice is yours.
So the test you saw today is actually what matters to us the most. If you guys want to see us test something else with the com set, do let us know in the comments. We'll be more than happy to do another To The Test episode for you.
If you feel like you want to get one of these units for yourself, your girlfriend, your mom or your dad, click on the links in the description. If none of these units appeal to you, head on down to Carousel and search away with their many, many different options. With that, I'm Mark.
And I'm Amos.
See you on the road.
While he was getting his license printed out, he realized that the photo is a wrong photo. It was a photo of his mother. And then he went to the traffic police officer and asked for a refund because the traffic officer told him that his mother need to take the test.